Today we're taking a look at some motorized shades from Beasen, a company that specializes in custom fit shades for your windows. They offer a wide range of options including 100% blackout roller shades, cellular shades, zebra shades, and even outdoor shades. Not only do these shades add a sleek modern touch to your space, but they also offer the convenience of automation, saving you the hassle of having to close these manually. Plus they come with a standard 3-year warranty and they give you the option to extend it up to 5 years for an additional fee. Now let's go ahead and dive in and find out if these are worth picking up. Let's start with the build quality and the overall look. I went with the 80% blackout zebra shade for both my bedroom and office window. My office originally had a simple white roller shade that blended into the background, but this time around, my wife encouraged me to switch things up. So I went ahead and got the zebra shade and the gray color. And wow, what a difference. It adds just the right amount of contrast, making the space look much more refined. The white trim on the top cassette balance and the bottom white panel trim really makes the shades pop. It makes a huge impact compared to the simple automatic roller shade that I had before. It just makes the space look 10 times better. And yeah, just ignore the cracks on the window frame. This is an 80% blackout shade and the fabric feels a little thin, but it still does a good job of darkening my office, giving me enough darkness to control the lighting for my video setup. I do wish that they offer a 100% blackout version, but this works really well for my needs since I only have one small window in my office. In my bedroom, I have a huge 70-inch by 46-inch window, and the zebra shade really enhanced the overall look of the space. It makes the room feel more open compared to how the curtains made it look and feel. You can also add sheer curtains to make it look more stylish, or if you're like my wife, you can add these for privacy when you want to fully open the shades. I really like the graphite color that I got for my office window more than the gray color that I got for my bedroom window. So I would highly recommend the graphite color. The zebra shades have 2 layers that slide past each other, and when the solid section overlap, they darken the room. And when the sheer sections align, they filter in soft light. The overlapping is not 100% lined up when the window is fully closed. There are some tiny gaps that are left on some sections, so light seeps through. Light also comes through the sides of the shades, and Beasen does offer an optional sunblocker accessory that you can purchase. These slide into the sides of your window frame to help reduce any extra light that might come through. I won't be installing these on mine since I'm not a fan of how they look, but I picked them up so that you can see what they look like, in case you're interested. On the top of the cassette cover, there's a long brush strip, and this is a great touch. It helps prevent dust from accumulating, and it also helps protect the inner top of the window frame when you slide this onto the brackets to install it. As for the motors, this is surprisingly quiet, running at around 45 decibels, and the shade on my window office moves up and down much faster compared to the large one in my bedroom window, which makes sense since it's lighter and easier to lift. The shades come with the remote control, and it has a very simple design that is very intuitive to use. It comes in white or black, and I chose the white model because it won't stand out as much on my wall. The control has an up and down arrow to adjust the shade, a pause button to stop it at any position, and a left and right arrows to change these channels. You can have each shade on its own channel, or you can control multiple shades with one remote. One feature that I wish the remote had is a couple of favorite position buttons. It would make adjusting the shades to the perfect height much quicker throughout the day. The good thing is that this is compatible with Google Assistant, Siri, Alexa, and Apple HomeKit depending on the one that you choose. So you can control it with voice commands. So you can tell your voice assistant to set this to 50% or 10% open. But sometimes I just want to press a button and instead of having to speak and ask my home assistant device to adjust it, especially if I'm vibing to music and I don't want to kill the vibe. Now let's go over the pricing. These are priced reasonably well compared to the rest of the competition. The price of each shade varies based on the dimensions and customization options that you choose. The zebra shade that I got for my 36 by 36 inch office window came out to $326, while the shade for my 70-inch by 46-inch bedroom window came out to $446 before taxes. Now let's talk about customization. The website has a simple layout that makes it easy to customize it. You can personalize your shades with a range of color options depending on which model you get. The zebra shade has 3 different colors. There's riverstone, gray, or graphite. You can also decide between an inner or outer mount. You can also choose the motor type with options including Zigbee, Alexa, or the one that's compatible with Apple HomeKit. If you will be connecting this to Google Home or SmartThings, make sure you have the Zigbee bridge or the Z-Wave bridge hub, depending on what you choose. I went with the Zigbee motor frame since I already have the Zigbee hub, and I will leave the one that I use in the description, and this one works with the Smart Life app. So the shades come well packaged with a lot of bubble wrap protecting them. This comes with a folder that has a quick start guide, installation guide, and the motor programming guide. Installing the shades is pretty straightforward. Depending on the size that you choose, you'll need to install 2 or 3 mounting brackets in a straight line. Beasen provides an easy to follow installation video which I'll link below. Once the brackets are secure, you just slide the blind in at an angle, then push it into place and up to lock it onto the back of the bracket. It's that simple. For larger shades, you might need an extra pair of hands to hold one end, but I was able to install the 17-inch shade in my bedroom by myself, so it's doable. Mounting the control holder on the wall is even easier. It just takes 2 screws. Personally, I'm not a big fan of how the holders look. I feel like they could have added a bit more material or even included a small white sticker to cover the screws, just to make it look cleaner and more polished. That said, it does the job and functions just fine. This is just me nitpicking. I really like how these shades elevate the look of both my bedroom and office, and the convenience of them automatically raising and lowering is just awesome. I've been using them at least 4 times a day for the past 2 weeks, and so far they've been working flawlessly, which is to be expected. A cool feature is that this comes with an optional solar panel that's thin and sticks directly onto your window to keep the motor charged. This helps extend the time from when you have to plug this in to charge it for up to multiple years. The solar panel connects via a USB-C, making the setup super simple. Without the solar panel, the built-in battery can last up to 6 months before needing to recharge, which is pretty impressive. I have only had this for 3 weeks, so I can't say for sure how long it will last for me just yet. If you don't want to worry about recharging the motor, I recommend getting the solar panel, but only if your window gets good direct sunlight, otherwise it's probably not worth it. Overall, the Beasen blinds have been working great, and I definitely recommend them if you're looking for high quality blinds that elevate the look of your space and offer the convenience of remote or hands-free control. Alright, so that wraps up today's video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more tech content, and I'll talk to you on the next one.